our initial thoughts on the State of the Union. I thought it was a brilliant address. I think that he really did hammer home how the U.S. can deliver, how the Congress and the government can deliver jobs in a myriad of ways, help the economy in a myriad of ways.
Yeah, I think it was jobs was the main focus, but I mean he talks about energy and he talks about the all of the above approach,
right?
And he did that. He did that when he talked about the domestic issues. He talked somewhat about trade, but he talks about guns. He talked about scientific research. He talked about these things that we haven't heard presidents talk about before. Climate change, right? Huge things that are going to affect us from decades here on out, as well as in the short term.
The education reform issue, he touched on calling for preschool for all Americans, which really helps. Studies have shown time and time again that the earlier and the more quality education you get children, the better they turn out. And then
he also talked about post-schooling, right? The colleges, and he talked about
he talked about making high school more like college. And he compared us to Germany, right, where German students graduating from their equivalent of high school come out with a technical degree equivalent to what you get from a community college.
And that seemed like a pretty firm approach to his ideas about public schooling. That was pretty much all he talked about. And then he talked about, of course, making that transition into college a little easier. And what I was going to mention before was the new program that the White House is rolling out, just helping families learn more about colleges. And there's already, there's plenty of
the scorecard. Is that
the scorecard, exactly? Which is just it's a small step, but it just kind of reminds you that this president is working with younger people, innovative ideas, who are willing to push him a little bit to come up with things like a scorecard for families to look at for colleges, which I thought that you can't blame him.
Oh, and it's not like if somebody says, "Oh, well, that's not very big of a deal." Well, that's on top of all the other things that he's done to make college more affordable and increase access to higher education for low-income people across the country. Now, we watched the address with the enhanced State of the Union, where on the right side of the screen you had statistics coming up that the White House was using to illustrate their points, and I thought that was brilliant. So we're going to be putting on segments from that broadcast that we agreed with, that we think you guys should check out. And you can also see that version of the State of the Union. We've annotated it here on this video for you to check out as well. But overall, a brilliant speech, I think, by President Obama. You could tell, we were commenting while we were watching it, that he was much more relaxed. He's kind of, now Barack Unchained, right? I keep saying this, that in his second term, he is a lot more free to be the president that he has wanted to be but couldn't be before because he was shackled by having to be re-elected.
That was a shining moment of that was when he is encouraging everyone to at least give the people, the thousands of people that we've lost since Sandy Hook and the people that we lost on that tragic day, at least give them a vote, right? You can vote no, but give them a vote. And
on
that
gun
was
control
on gun control, exactly. And that was kind of like, He is out there to just push for the America of the future that he thinks we can be in the political realm that we're living in now. But yeah, definitely more comfortable.
Let us know what you
Barack
thought.
Obama Unchained.
Yeah, let us know what you thought about the State of the Union in the comments below.